The Return of the Twelves by Pauline Clarke. Chapter 1. The Attic. Max sat on the bare stairs below the attic, wondering whether to tell anyone. His socks were around his ankles. It had suddenly become too hot for socks, but it had not yet dawned upon Max to take them off. His hands drummed tunes on the step beside him, or played the harp down the wooden banisters. At short intervals, he put finger and thumb into his mouth, picked out his huge round gobstopper sweet, observed what color it now was, and put it back. All the time he was frowning slightly, and when he was not making a noise with his hands, he listened. His rather large ears stuck out from his head, as if they were larger for listening. There it was again. He stopped, his loud sucking, and gulped in order to listen. His eyes were wide open, his eyebrows high up, and one cheek was swollen into a great bulge with the sweet. He looked like a deformed, surprised dwarf. Of course, they would say it was rats. Anyone would, or birds under the roof. Pit, pat, tipper, tapper, scrabble, stamp, whee, wish, sizzle, whizzle. That was the whispering. He supposed that, to them, that size, it was proper speaking. He supposed that to them, that size, it was proper speaking. If you were that size and said something, that is what it would sound like. Even if you shouted like old Buster, the sergeant at school who gave them PT, it would not sound loud, Max imagined with great pleasure old Buster shrinking to their size. How he would roar with terror. He would think he was going to vanish, and everyone would laugh, and his roar would gradually get quieter and whinier as he shrank. Tip, tap, stamp. Now this time it was so regular that only silly people would think it was rats. They might think it was a thrush breaking a snail shell, or a woodpecker at a tree's bark. Max knew it was none of these things. He knew quite well what it was, and in a minute he would get up, if he could without making a creak, and look at them. Meanwhile, should he fetch Jane? Perhaps, while it was going on, and tell only her, just Jane. She would have to believe it if she saw it. But if she made a noise, then they might freeze. They would, and she would laugh at him and call him batty. His heart felt big with such a thrilling secret inside it. He did not know how not to tell someone, but of course once he had told, then it was no longer a secret. There would be the joy of telling, of showing Jane, of proving it, and then there would be Jane wanting to join in everything and enjoy it too. Also, it might be better to wait till they were not frightened of him. They still were. They would still freeze if he went in. He was longing to be real friends with them. He could think of the funniest things they could do if they would only let him pick them up and trust him. Perhaps it would be better to get them to trust him first before he even told Jane. As stealthily as an animal he stood, turned, knelt by the attic door, and put his twinkling gray eye to the keyhole. There they were, 3 rows of 4, drilling. It was funny to see them drilling so smartly with their uniforms so shabby. There was hardly any paint left at all. It must have been scarlet once. Perhaps if they trusted him, they would let him paint them. Give them a coat of paint, Max grinned. This was exactly right. Jane came to the landing below, and she saw Max kneeling at the attic door. He turned his head, and with one eye screwed up, and with the cheek as fat as a golf ball, Jane shrieked with laughter. Max, what are you doing? You look absolutely cracked, she said. I didn't know this was where you said your prayers. Oh, shut up, hissed Max through one side of his mouth. What is it? One of your secret games? I know. You're just going to be beheaded. Who are you, Sir Walter Raleigh? Max stood up, pulled a face, as best he could, though hindered by his sweet, and remained silent. You can choke on those things, you know. We're all going to Bradford. You've got to come. Who says, dirty old Bradford? Said Max, though Jane could not understand him. We've got to buy things for the house, and Mummy says she's sick of getting rooms straight and needs to spend some money. I don't blame her, do you? They had only been here a week in this old farmhouse. They were all so glad to be out of town. They could not stop saying so. I'm going to stay here, Max said. This is what he said, but Jane had to guess. What? Do take that sweet out. Maxie, called Mrs. Morley. Come on, quickly. Max went to the next landing, leaned over the banisters, took out his sweet, and said, Mummy, can I please stay here? I have something entirely special I want to do. When Max, who was 8, made speeches with long words, his mother could not deny him. He had learned this, and used it when he needed to. You'll be sorry, you know. We'll be gone 2 or 3 hours. All of us, Daddy as well, she said. I shan't be sorry, I'll be glad, he answered. What about tea? Aren't you coming back to tea? We may not. You can have a piece of cake and 2 buns, and bread if you want it. Mind the bread knife. Yes, he said. Goodbye, darling. Bill's around in the farmyard if you want him. Don't do stupid things, will you? No, Max said. I never do. Jane sneered. So did Philip, who had joined them. Isn't he coming, our little man? Said Philip. Max put his stained orange tongue out to Philip, stuck in his sweet again, and turned his back on them. What is he up to, Jane? I don't know, she said. When I came up, he was either saying his prayers or being beheaded outside the attic. I don't know which, kneeling down. Both, I expect, naturally, Philip said. You'd say your prayers if you were about to depart this life. He makes up so many things in his mind. He makes up so many things in his mind, said Mrs. Morley. It may be anything. And that's the end of chapter 1.